Hello and welcome to another video, and in today's video we are talking all things about duty free. So hopefully by the end of this video you will know everything there is to know about duty free. So let's get into it. So let's start off with, what does duty free mean? What does duty free mean? If you're new to traveling abroad, you might wonder, what's duty free? Duty free shops are found in international airports, border towns, ports, cruise ships, and on international flights. When you're at an international airport, you might come across duty free shops where travelers can buy items that are only available when leaving a foreign country or crossing borders. Now, what's duty free shopping? Simply put, it's when you buy certain items without paying extra taxes like import, value added, or sales tax. Duty free shops are common in airports, offering products like alcohol, tobacco, fragrances, sweets, luxury accessories, electronics, and more. When you shop in regular stores abroad, you'll usually have to pay the usual tax. But there are exceptions, like when buying goods at sea terminals, during cruises, or at international airports or on international flights. How does duty-free shopping work? Duty is the tax you pay when you bring a product across international borders. For instance, if you buy a bottle of wine in France and take it back to Canada, you might have to pay tax twice, once in France and again in Canada. However, most governments don't charge duty tax on products bought by travelers leaving their country, so they don't pay the tax twice. Duty-free shops serve these departing customers. The items sold in these shops can only be bought when leaving a country or crossing into another territory. They're meant for export and must be taken out of the country where they are purchased. So, when you buy something in a duty-free shop, you're not paying taxes on it in the country where you bought it. However, sometimes the price of the products can vary based on where the duty-free store is situated and the currency exchange rates. In certain countries, customers may be able to get a tax refund if they shop at specific stores near international areas. Is duty-free shopping less expensive? Generally, duty-free items which are tax-free are cheaper compared to prices at regular retail stores. Before making a duty-free purchase, it's wise to quickly compare prices to see if you could get the same item for a similar price back home. If you're passing through a large airport, you might encounter several duty-free shops. There's often a difference in price between these stores, so it's worth looking around if you have the time. Does duty-free shopping save you money? It can result in significant savings, although this depends on factors like the type of goods you're interested in and local exchange rates. So, if you do it wisely, duty-free shopping can lead to considerable savings on your purchases. To make the most of your money, be aware of the item's prices back home. Avoid the blunder of purchasing something at a duty-free shop only to find out later that you could have gotten it for a lower price locally. As mentioned before, shop around and compare prices among different stores. And don't give in to impulse buying. Plan ahead and know what you want to purchase beforehand. This can be tricky, especially if you're on an airline that offers in-flight duty-free service, allowing you to shop right from your airplane seat. What can you purchase in duty-free shops? To maximize your savings when shopping duty-free, focus on buying items that would normally have high taxes, such as tobacco, designer fragrances, and liquor. Additionally, Many duty-free shops offer a variety of cosmetics, beauty products, high-end accessories, and luxury fashion items like handbags and clothing. While the selection may vary by location, most countries offer a similar range of products in their duty-free shops. If you're planning to splurge on a luxury item at a duty-free shop, do some research beforehand to understand which brands and items are available before you get to the airport. Duty-free shopping limits and restrictions. Before you get too excited about your duty-free shopping plans, remember that there are strict rules in place regarding how much duty-free shopping you can do and take with you. These restrictions vary from one country to another, with many countries setting a tax exemption limit to control the quantity of items you can buy. If you exceed this limit, you may have to pay additional taxes, which could negate the savings from duty-free shopping. Items like alcohol, tobacco, and fragrances have particularly strict allowance restrictions. For instance, most countries allow you to purchase between 200 to 400 cigarettes, while alcohol allowances are based on quantity and alcohol content. When making a purchase at a duty-free shop, you will typically be asked to show your boarding pass. This helps the retailer determine your destination and purchase allowance, and ensure that you don't buy any products that are prohibited in the country you're traveling to. Can you consume duty-free alcohol on a flight? After buying duty-free alcohol at the airport, many travelers wonder about this. Nowadays, many duty-free shops sell bottled alcohol in pre-sealed bags, whereas in the past, they were sealed after purchase and before boarding. These sealed bags aim to discourage passengers from drinking excessive amounts of alcohol during flights. They're made of tough plastics that's hard to open by hand and usually require scissors or knives. Since these items aren't allowed on the plane, it's nearly impossible to open them during the flight. If you have a connecting flight, duty-free items in sealed bags must be checked as whole luggage before your next leg of travel. Often due to luggage allowances, however, there are exceptions. For instance, if both legs of your journey are within the European Union and you have proof of purchase, you can keep your sealed duty-free items as hand luggage. Things to remember when duty-free shopping. Never go over your duty-free allowance when shopping. If you do, you might end up paying extra taxes and duties, and you could face additional screening upon arrival at your destination. In some cases, if you've bought prohibited items or exceeded your allowance, your purchases might be confiscated. While families can combine their duty-free allowances to buy more, age restrictions still apply. So you can't use a minor's allowance to get more alcohol or tobacco. When duty-free shopping, use common sense. Research what's available at your duty-free shops. Understand the rules of the countries you're visiting and check the exchange rate to ensure you're getting a good deal. What are the advantages of buying duty-free items? One major advantage is the opportunity to save a lot of money on typically expensive items. Another perk is the chance to explore new products often test marketed by major brands. Additionally, you may find items not sold in your home country, making them excellent gifts for friends and family due to their uniqueness. Many travelers also appreciate duty-free shopping during layovers, making good use of their extra time in airports. UK and duty-free. In light of Brexit, there have been changes to duty-free policies for travelers between the UK and the EU. Starting from January the 1st, 2021, duty-free shopping is no longer an option for travelers flying from the UK to the EU. This means that when departing from the UK to the EU, including during layovers at EU airports, duty-free purchases are not allowed. For the latest updates on duty-free allowances and restrictions, passengers should check with their airline or the relevant customs department. However, travelers going from the EU to the UK can still buy duty-free products. So, that was everything you need to know about duty-free shopping. Hope you found this video helpful. If you did, then subscribe and give it a like. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and take care.